ASHTAR Command, Nuclear Risks. Channel, Neva Gabriel. Greetings from Command. For decades, the constant nuclear threat has become an issue throughout the Federation. We, as those responsible for preserving life throughout the universe, especially in the last 100 years, have closely followed the progress of the studies carried out by our atomic scientists and observed their true intentions. When the first warheads were detonated in 1945 with the Trinity Project, an alert was activated throughout the Galactic Command. Aware that this would be an extremely dangerous exploration, considering the level of awareness of the inhabitants of Earth, we immediately organized ourselves to monitor more closely the arsenals that were being assembled. The explosions in Hiroshima and Nagasaki were the peak of this great danger that would affect not only Earth, but the entire galaxy, in an exponential manner. We were then tasked with monitoring the production and beginning our interventions so that this would not go too far. The Akashic memories of the many interconnected, and still interconnected atomic catastrophes that occurred more than 7,000 years ago on Earth in the Charioteer star system, around the star Kabbalah, are very clear. This is not a recent story. Many have had these records and intentions for millennia of their linear time. In addition, interventions by other races not belonging to our Federation, handing over arsenals of atomic projects in exchange for human mining, have increased the risks. The good news is that a decree from the Supreme Creator was issued throughout the galaxy determining that no other planet in the solar system should be destroyed by any type of experiment, and so we were called to intervene. We immediately set up camp on the outskirts of the military zones. The so-called Area 51 is not only monitored by us from afar, but we also have allies infiltrated inside, as well as infiltrated in all sectors that we consider to be at risk where warheads and nuclear project developments are located. Before 2012 there was a continuous and imminent risk of an atomic catastrophe, which thanks to the efforts of many has been definitively overcome. There is no chance of this happening again in a way that would end the experiment on Earth. Many warheads that were aimed and fired at certain areas were intercepted by us, many times, and destroyed before the most serious event occurred. We reiterate that our intervention capabilities are extremely efficient and we have at least more than 12 precise plans that we consider perfect for the advances we need to make, and this includes quickly discontinuing any direct threat to life on the planet. Therefore, just as there has always been an ascension plan for Earth, there has also been a plan established by those who are not part of the Federation, which would be to use the human species on Earth as a source of energy and enslavement. No human on Earth is seen by us as an inferior species, but we must consider the drastic limitation of consciousness that has trapped you into making decisions that have often led you to align yourself with the domineering, non-federated reptilian and draconian species, placing you in a position of constant subservience and thus limiting your ability to look at yourselves and the inherent power within you. What is happening now is the simple liberation from this subservience, as you have finally begun to see how much freedom has been taken from you. Our ships in your skies now. And the response of people to this, mostly positive, clearly shows what has always been the desire of your souls. Even though many of these souls cannot understand what is happening. On a deep spiritual level, you rejoice and believe in the imminent best. This is the clear reality of your true essence, coming from the stars and in the process of ascension. Finally, all the limitations that were imposed are gradually being removed and our presence sounds like an obvious representation that the time of slavery of the human species is over. Although there are many things to be done, there is a lot of support from all of us in command, and as long as you remain in this harmony, truth and love, you make it possible for us to also advance from our position towards the surface of the planet. As we are saying, this will not happen overnight as they say, but inevitably a ladder is being climbed and the oppression of the races that do not belong to our Federation is finally being ended. One of the races that concentrated on your planet was what you yourselves call Greys. tall grays and whites, coming from Zeta and other neighboring areas, who had a desperate intention of keeping their species alive due to the great losses they had suffered in previous Star Wars. With the authorization of your governments, they prepared violent abductions for DNA collection and in-depth studies of the human species of the Earth, in search of a way to merge both races and perpetuate their existence in the physical universe. In their last measures, they handed over to the main perpetrators of the Second War information and codes for even more devastating atomic productions. This program has also been completely finalized thanks to our efforts and those of all of you in the continuous expansion of your true consciousness. While we continue to announce ourselves in your skies, your governments continue to think of a way to minimize the unrest we continue to cause and the countless questions that arise about it. We will continue to show ourselves uninterruptedly until there is nothing left to do but officially announce our presence. Know that many of your leaders will try to present us as a threat to national security, a desperate measure to maintain power over the people, creating false flags so that people will ask them for help and authorize them to attack us, nuclearly. We repeat that any action in this direction is useless, because we can, with the push of a button, melt down any attack action on our fleets. Another thing they plan to do is to use one of their ships, reverse-engineered with information from the Roswell incident, to simulate an attack by us on one of their military bases, with the intention of turning public opinion against us. We are obviously aware of their plans and people are well aware that the excuses that continue to be given about us are no longer accepted by the majority. Friends of Earth, this is a game of chess and we continue to be ahead, analyzing all the timelines that are continually being created. Our computers are constantly making precise calculations and there is no chance that the dark forces will perpetuate their reign in this system. This is an official message from the ASHTAR Command. Listen to the voice of the ASHTAR Command through Neva. We are excited and at the same time focused on everything that is happening. We ask for your help in caring for each other and in placing your intentions in love. Each of your daily actions pushes, or not, you towards timelines that are more compatible with a better outcome according to your wave. Know that love is the only way back to the fullness of the soul and, with the decree of the Supreme Creator in favor of all of us, there is no way not to have in mind something other than liberation. This is an inviolable decree. Adonai.